Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien and Bubba here on the morning of Sunday, March 14th, 2021. And I wanted to do a response video today. I must have hit a hornet's nest with one of my videos because I'm getting over 200 emails and comments on Leap of Faith, and I would say about 120 that I've read so far. I haven't read the other ones yet, but 120 that I read so far, there was 76 of them that are saying, I don't care about the vaccines, I don't care about anything else but being safe. So I'm going to do a response to Safe and Leap of Faith, and let you know why both of those are intertwined with each other, okay? So that you can make a decision better on what you're going to do. You might still blow me off and throw me into file 13, but as a favorite alien and being from another planet trying to save your derriers, I'm trying to do the local humane thing, as you call it, here on planet Earth. So here it goes. And this goes specifically to two persons, a Julie P. And an Owen 367. To those of you, Julie P. and Owen 367, especially Julie P., who writes, Dear Mr. Alien. Oh, wow. Hey, thanks, Miss Julie there, P. And Mr. Owen, who says, Hey, Quack. Sorry, I didn't mean to use that, but I read your videos after that first one. I heard you 3 years ago, and I thought you were a quack. And then I started listening to your videos again, and darn, it's beginning to scare me. I want to be safe. And Miss P, Julie P, says, Dear Mr. Alien, I understand what you're saying about the leap of faith, but how can you have a leap of faith for somebody who's not honest? And I get it. So let me try to specify to both of you what I mean. To Mr. Owen 367, you say you want to be safe. Were you safe before the pandemic? No. Are you safe after the pandemic? No. Are you safe during the pandemic? No. And let me explain why I say no, no, and no. You're never 100% safe. In fact, right now in the pandemic, you turn on your television and you see people getting robbed, people getting home invasions, people staying home and getting COVID-19, not of their own fault, and nobody comes to visit them and they still get COVID-19. Yes. And that makes my thing to the government here. How can you get COVID-19 if you become a recluse and everybody just rings your doorbell and you take everything in? Nobody comes into your apartment. You're an agoraphobic is what you become. And a lot of Americans have become agoraphobics. And that is a state that you don't want to be in. Okay? But you're never 100% safe. Ever. From either the society, the microbes, or the planet. Heck, those people who live near Mount St. Helens can tell you they're never safe. How about the people in Seattle and the people that live near Mount Rainier and Mount Hood or Yellowstone? Sure, they say, oh, it's never erupted in our own time. It's been 640,000 years. Well, tomorrow could be the year, couldn't it? Yeah, boom. Or the people who live in California who thought they were safe until either a landslide came, a fire came, or a snowstorm came. And if it's one of those fires like Paradise in cities like that in California who are no longer there, you understand what I mean about safety. So I hope this answers Owen 367 and Julie P. Now the next item, a leap of faith. And I understand your questions on a leap of faith. You have a government that's not even 50% truthful with you. And the government, in order to have a good society, a working society, no matter where in the universe you are, must be at least 70% truthful. There's always 30% that the population does not know. Even in my civilization, there's always 30%, and we are aware of that. That the Federation Council knows, but even the Federation members, that's the planets, do not know. Because it's national security, as you call it here. Yeah. But you guys treat national security here as, oh, we got to dump American people. Oh, we need them for us to vote us in. Yeah, that's the way the government treats you Americans. Look at President Biden in his last address. He was so untruthful, it wasn't even funny. And you can't say, oh, these viruses are 94% effective and 100%. That they won't take you to the hospital or death. Those are figures that you guys have come up with, okay? And it works in a certain environment. You're looking at the reality here. And reality is a lot different than controlled groups. There is no such thing as 100% vaccine. Never was and never will be. But if you can get it at least 70%, then you're talking. You can't even get your influenza vaccine to that. But look at polio. Your polio vaccine is working okay, but there's a lot of things that you don't know. And Americans, you know, when you had your tuberculosis back in the early 20th century, remember that? TB was, whoo-hoo, yeah. Well, if you live around Louisville, or you travel around Louisville, Kentucky, check this place by the hill there outside of Louisville, and you'll see that the government had this place, a lot of buildings, tall building too, where all the tuberculosis around the country were put in there in the early 20th century. It's now sitting there as a vacated, nobody looks at thing. But you think that Frankenstein's castle was fun? Go into that building and tour it. I did, back in the 1980s. It was a tuberculosis sanitarium where everybody in estates could petition to put the people that they didn't want anybody to know they had the TB in there, and you forgot about them. Okay? So go to New Louisville. The locals can tell you it's still there. And that's how the government treats you Americans. President Biden, his thing, what he should have said is, Americans, we got a problem here. We have these vaccines, which are stopgap measures. We need your help. We have to get at least 80% vaccinated. I'm trying for 100%, but I know there's a lot of you who have, for one reason or another, will not take the vaccine because you don't trust me. You don't like vaccines, especially new ones, because we don't know what the side effects are. And yes, we don't. But I pledge my administration to be behind you in all the items that come up to you when you take the vaccine and say you have issues from the vaccine. Whatever they are, heart issues, lung issues, nervous issues from your nervous system, or liver issues, or whatever issues the vaccine comes to you, and you have to be medicated for them, and you need full Medicare. So I'll address the Medicare situation on that if you're having Medicare, or insurance situation if you need insurance help. That would be part of my $1.9 trillion that I put in for, yeah. But did you hear something like that from President Biden? No. The president should have said something like that because he is trying to push the frontline defense of this virus. He doesn't have a mitigator out there. And the mitigator would be to get together with the people that make air purifiers and make specially air purifiers, just like you're getting together with Merck and Johnson with your vaccine here. You get these companies that make the air purifiers, and you make air purifiers specifically for 0.3 or make it down to 0.1 micron. If you can make systems that can weed out particles 0.1 microns, the virus is about 0.3 microns. Okay? Are you going to completely eliminate the virus? No, but you're trying to make it to a mitigating level where instead of having 1,000 deaths a month, you get 1 to 10. Or 0. But every some often you'll get some. You're trying to get at least maybe 100 a year, if at all. You won't completely mitigate it 100%. Just like any other things. You still get TB, 1 or 2 cases, maybe 10, 20. You still get measles, and that's because people don't get vaccinated because they are, I don't trust vaccines, and this is the problem. But you still got issues with the vaccines. I mean, you got issues with the influenza vaccine, you got issues with the tuberculosis vaccine, you got issues with any vaccine you think, and people are suffering in the medical community for that. The medical community hasn't even looked at that. It's just like when you go to the emergency room. You get treated for the symptoms that you have. They don't do, oh, what does this individual have? He's complaining about this system, but let's do a full-blown test and see what is wrong with this individual. You don't do that here in America, and you should. But it costs money. But look at all the money you're spending on this virus and doing nothing with it. You should be spending the money on you Americans, period. And you're not. It's like the $1,400 that me and my wife are getting. That'll save us for a month and a half. But if you don't change any of the regulations that you have right now, we'll be back to the same boat in a month and a half. Same with all you guys who have restaurants and movie theaters, racetracks, baseball stadiums, baseball teams, football teams, whatever you got. You businesses, your airlines, and you hotel guys. All of you, the medical community. Aren't you already tired of being on the front lines for so long? Really? Do you get what I mean, Americans? This is why you need a leap of faith. We need at least 80% plus to take this vaccine, and we're going to have issues with it, with any vaccine that you take on this virus. And President Biden should have put at least $100 billion to mitigate this virus in the atmosphere. He should have taken each state, divided into 10 districts, and each district divided into 10 grids, and have the National Guard from each state come in and operate helicopters and trucks. And twice a day for the first 90 days, they should run over through that grid on each of those, and it's going to take money, at least $100 billion plus dollars. But that's money well spent, because you'll see the numbers draw down in a hurry. Because you need that plus tracers. Where are these people getting the virus? Where they're coming from? And then operate on that sector. And they went to this, and they come from this nursing home. So let's put some air purifiers in that nursing home, and let's take care of that grid. And make sure that it comes down to 0. You'll see how fast the numbers go. I know it by experience because we did it in my society hundreds of years ago, with better technology than you got today. This is your favorite alien in Bubba saying, you need a leap of faith. Even though I don't like the vaccine, I took it. I got both my shots, and my wife got my shots. Did we want to take it? No. But it's a leap of faith we took. Are we over 60? Yeah. Who's going to care if we pass away? Probably nobody. But see, you guys are bygoners to me. You guys are dead, walking dead, really. But I'm trying to give you a change, to change your timeline, to be the human race to survive past 2065. Are you going to do that? The way you're going? No. This is your favorite alien, and Bubba. Good day.